So here are the 70 important MCQ questions from Riders to the Sea, including all assertion and reasoning type questions, true or false, fill in the blanks, match the columns, rearrange the following. Okay, everything is there. So multiple questions. Who is the central character of the Riders to the Sea? Central character of Riders to the Sea. Who is the central character of Riders to the Sea over here? Central character of Riders to the Sea is Moria, as she is the central character. She is the main character, central main character of the sea. Okay. How many acts does the play Riders to the Sea have? The play Riders to the Sea have only one play, only one act, play act. It's a one act play. The play opens with which character entering the house? In the suggestion, it is written that she is Kathleen, but no, she is not Kathleen. She is Nora, who enters the house in the beginning of the play. The whiteboards in the play are meant for making a coffin. The whiteboards in the play are meant for making a coffin. Which of the following is the theme of Riders to the Sea? The theme of Riders to the Sea is men versus nature. As nature, the sea is defined as destroyer or fate, something else. This is the theme of Riders to the Sea is men versus nature. Who recognized Michael's clothes from the bundle? Nora was the one who recognized Michael's clothes from the bundle. At his teacher says plain stocking by 2 or 1 something ties, right? The play was first performed in Dublin at the in which theatre was the play performed? As this was not in our study, we can see this in the answer. Okay, the play was performed in Abbey Theatre. Okay, Abbey Theatre. The play was performed in which theatre? The play was performed in Abbey Theatre. The play was first performed in Dublin. In the Dublin, the play was first performed in somewhere, that is Abbey Theatre. Abbey, Abbey Theatre. Who advises Bartley not to go to the sea? Who advised Bartley not to go to the sea? Moria also advised Bartley to not to go to the sea. Nora and Kathleen also advised Bartley to not to go the sea, but he went. Okay, so all of these. Which two animals are mentioned in the play? The two animals that are mentioned in the play was horse and what? Sheep or cow? Maybe sheep, because cow was not there, and even not sheep. Sheep was also not discussed over there. I think this question is such cow. No, cow is not described over there in the. Oh, you're right, but no problem. Horse is described there, grey pony and red mare, right? That too was described, grey pony and red mare, but that is horse. Okay, cow was not described. The play is famous for its use of what? The play is famous for its use of what? This is the question which I will not answer. The play is famous for its use of what? Symbolism or what? The playwright of the Riders to the Sea. The playwright of the Riders to the Sea. So question number 10, right? We were in question number 10, as this is disturbing me too much. Question number 10. What was question number 10? Question number 10 was play is famous for its use of what? According to me, it is symbolism, but what according? The playwright of Riders to the Sea is written by James Synge. The sea is described as a symbol of fate over here. Moria's daughter are Nora and Kathleen. The young priest in the play represents old tradition. The young modern hope also. The young priest in the play represents modern hope. Bartley rides the red horse with the grey horse, red and grey horse, red mare and grey pony were there, right? So red and grey horse with the flowing. Okay, assertion. Riders to the Sea shows inevitability of fate. Yes, Riders to the Sea shows inevitability of fate. All of Moria's sons are eventually claimed by the sea. Yes, it shows eventually because it eventually claimed by all the sons of that. So A and B are true, and it also correct explained that. How can we find assertion and reason is that riders to the sea shows inevitability of fate. Yes, it is correct, and all of the Moria's sons are eventually claimed by the sea. Yes, that is also correct. And but how can we find that that it is a correct explanation or not is that using because. Riders to the sea shows inevitability of fate because all of Moria's sons are eventually claimed by the sea. This seems quite क्वाइट मतलब थोड़ा मिला हुआ लग रहा है, तो ये आंसर बन सकता है. जो नहीं मिल रहा है वो नहीं बन सकता. Moria blesses, question number 17, Moria blesses Bartley at the end. She realizes human beings must accept death. Moria blesses at the end, Bartley at the end, because she realizes human beings must accept death. Yes, maybe it is also true, because she also realizes human beings must accept death, right? But at the last she did that, right? She did not bless Bartley at that condition. The sea is depicted as a friend in the play. No, that is false. She provides food and livelihood. Yes, A is false and R is true, because that is not friend. Friend never takes lives from someone if they are not cruel, okay? Otherwise they can take. Match the character with their role. Moria. Who is Moria? Moria is the old mother. Bartley was the last son lost, that is left, okay? Michael was the dead son's clothes found, that is Michael, and Kathleen was the elder daughter. So D, A1, D2, B, 1, D2, A, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C means option number 1, A. The play Riders to the Sea was written in prose. The play Riders to the Sea was not written in prose. None. Moria accepts death calmly at the end. Yes. She accepts that calmly at the end because no man could leave, right? The play takes place over several days. Yes, true. Arrange the sequence of events in correct order. Arrange the none. Okay, that is none. Several days नहीं लगता, एक ही एक्ट में ख़त्म हो चुका है, एक ही दिन में आके रोना धोना होके कपड़ा सपड़ा मिल के सब खत्म हो जाता है. Arrange the sequence of events in order, correct order. Bartley prepares to go to the sea. Nora brings clothes of Michael's very earlier, okay? Moria gives blessing to Bartley. Bartley prepares to go to the sea. Moria brings blessing to the B. It is B, A, and C and D. B, A, C, and D. That is B. Which daughter is younger? Nora is younger. The mood of the play is mainly tragic. The young priest is mainly a symbol of tradition over here now. Which element dominates the entire play? C dominates the entire play. How many people bring Bartley's dead body home? Maybe 2 people were there who brought Bartley's dead body at the home, right? 4 people. Okay, 4 people brought Bartley's dead body at the home. How many people brought Bartley's dead body at the home? 4 people. What literary style is most used in the play? Symbolism is most used in the play because it is symbolized. See, the language of the play is based on Irish dialect. The language of the play is based on which dialect? Irish dialect. How many sons in total does Moria lose? 6 sons, with one not including that, but she lost 6 sons. His husband and his husband's father. Total 8 members she lost. Which sound at the end of the play signals Bartley's death? Keening. Crying of Women. Yes, Crying of Women at the end of the play signals Bartley's death. The play was published in the year 1903, or it is also considered as 4. What is the atmosphere of the play? Mostly filled with sadness or maybe fear. What is it filled with? Sadness or fear? Yeah, it is filled with sadness, and that was that only 1903 only. Okay, not 1904, but it was published in 1903. Nora is the one who first sews the bundle of clothes of Michael. Moria represents every suffering mother. Yes, she loses all her sons to the sea. Yes, represents every suffering mother because she loses all her to the sea. No. This both are correct, but Moria represents every suffering mother because she loses all her sons to the sea. It is not right. That is not the correct explanation. Maybe. Bartley insists on going to the Galway fair. Yes, he must sell the sources. Yeah. Which literary device dominates Moria's last speech? Literary device dominates Moria's last speech. What dominates Moria's last speech? Which literary devices dominates Moria's last speech? Dominates Moria's last speech. Lamentation. Literary device Lamentation is that which dominates Moria's last speech. The play's length is about. That's not the question to come. C is death over here. Whiteboards is evidence of death. Horse journey, cloth, evidence of death. Whiteboard, death, and C, fate. A, B, D, C. A, B, D, C. Is there A, B, D, C? No. C, A. C is fate over here. Whiteboards are the death. Whiteboard is also death, or whiteboard can be view of death also. Whiteboard is death only, whatever we say. Cloth, horse is for journey, and cloth is evidence of that. ABCD. Whiteboard is death, cloth is evidence of that, right? So horse is a journey, so ABCD, A option. The keening woman at the end symbolizes religious ceremony or tradition of mourning. It is also called tradition of mourning. Which character is never shown on stage but only discussed? It is said that young priest is never shown on stage but only discussed. But I don't think so, young priest. But Michael should be the one. Okay, Michael should be the one who is not discussed. But according to it, young priest was that. Yeah, Michael, because Michael was the one who was not there, who was not available over there in the scene when the scene took place, right? But he was not there, but he was there. He was already died, right? So it was only discussed but not shown in the stage if the play acts. The play is set in Aran Island. Yeah, true. Moria dreams of her dead sons. Yes, true. The final line spoken by Moria is about finding peace. Which Irish element does Singe bring in the play? That folk tradition, no folk tradition, not that humor. Maybe it is called humor. That crying one, right? The sea is considered both friend and foe. Rearrange in order. Bartley rides away. Moria follows to give blessing. Bartley rides away. Body of Bartley returns. Women's skin. BACD. Option number B. Fill in the blank. Singe was part of the which revival? Singe was part of the French Irish revival, but there is not mentioned that Irish is over there. and that was folk tradition. Okay, and it is a Celtic one. Celtic tradition, maybe Celtic revival. Singe was a part of the Celtic revival. Singe was a part of the Celtic revival. Who says they are all gone now? Who says they are all gone now and there is nothing more the sea can do to me, Moria? The play highlights the struggle of men with sea. Bartley's insistence on going to the fair shows his practical need, right? Which tradition is shown when human keen Irish morning ritual. The structure of the play follows the pattern of Greek tragedy. Who plays the role of messenger figure in the play? Role of messenger figure, young priest. Death is unavoidable. Even Bartley dies despite caution. This is unavoidable because even Bartley dies despite caution. Yeah, true. The bundle of Michael's clothes is brought by a young priest. The coffin's board are kept besides the wall. The sea is called the real villain in the play, which Greek element is also seen in this play. Hamartia is also seen in this play. The time span of the play is about 1 day. Fill in the blanks. Moria is portrayed as a woman of great strength. Who provides rational comfort to Moria? Young priest provides rational comfort to Moria, maybe. The play ends with Moria's acceptance death is destiny. The play ends in a note of comic relief or blissful resignation. The sea is the silent character of the play. It is the silent and even the violent character of the play. Who is the last male left in Moria's family before Bartley's death? Bartley. The play has no subplots. It is one act play tragedy focusing only on Moria. The genre of Riders to the Sea is domestic tragedy. These are the answers. If your screenshot is necessary, then that is destiny. Okay. Peaceful resignation, Deed, Silent, and Bartley. It is domestic tragedy.